wasted no time, Chris, to get around the field as quick as you could, found the lead, and you were challenged a long way out. It was a great battle, great race, and he prevailed.
That's right, Rob. Yeah, it was a good race. 52 is a good mile on a night like this, a bit breezy, but yeah, it was just one of those races that looked like the best three were off the back, and I just thought I had to try and stay in front of the other two, and it worked out well.
He's been a good horse, hasn't he? He's had his few little vices, but overall he certainly shows that he's got above average ability.
Yeah, he can get a little bit cranky before the start, but he just wants to get on with the job, and he was probably a length behind the best ones last year, but he's doing a really good job.
He's certainly got plenty of high speed as well.
Yeah, that's his main attribute. He can fly the gate. He spun around in the score up. That's why he was out of the draw tonight. But when he's off the front, there's not many that can hold him out.
Well done, Chris. Probably got a little bit closer than what most people may have expected.
Oh no, the other horse went really well last week, and this one sat outside him and beat him. And with the drop on him today, he had the sprint in his legs, and he nearly got him. But Ronnie did a good job.
Warren was giving me a little bit of a rundown with the horse, had a little bit of time off, but he's back racing and lightly raced, and you would imagine there's plenty more to come.
Yeah, he's still learning. He didn't know a lot about going in front, but once he switches on, he'll make a really nice horse.
Good to catch up with you, Greg, and Rock and Roll Noah. Getting the job done for Keith Cotchin. That was his 7th win. He's been a horse that's never been too far away, and got the chocolates tonight.
Yeah, that's right. No, he's he's been a nice little acquisition to the team. Keith that seems to do a pretty good job picking out these claimers and that haven't won their MO yet, and trying to get him to pinch one, and job done. So.
Certainly, he got the job done. Was able to lead. Seemed to be a pretty comfortable tempo for the horse in front.
Yeah, that's right. No, he got away with pretty good sectionals for this grade of racing. He looked to sort of have the form on the board and the good draw that's going to help him go a long way to winning this race, and that's exactly the way it panned out.
Hit the line really well, and he's never looked back. He's very professional and no thrills horse, but doing a good job.
Absolutely, yeah. I think he surprised even Keith in connections when he went to the races, and he's not a very good track worker by all reports, and probably didn't think a great deal of him until he started going away from home and hit the racetrack. And yeah, as Dan just mentioned, the horse is getting better and better.
And just looking at him, Greg, I mean, just standing here, he's having a good blow. So it suggests here that there's more to come.
Yeah, that's right. As I say, Keith probably can't put the work into him that he would like. Just he's a very reluctant track worker. So the good part about that is that when they go to the races, they're going to lift and there's going to be improvement in them.
And Dennis is up there. He looks pretty happy.
Yeah, pretty happy man, and so he should be.
He bred this fella, and CC Sheffield obviously been a good family too.
That's right, and there's plenty of winners out of those family, and and the relations of. So done a terrific job, and good to see they've got another nice one along, from the breed.
Seems to be coming along really well, Lance, and his performances are strong.
He's getting stronger and stronger. I don't know what time they run, but he rolled along. He seemed to roll along pretty nice. So,
pacing-wise, happy with his gait?
Yeah, pretty smooth. I'll get confidence up and start pushing him out at the start when he gets a bit more seasoned. But he broke a couple of times, and I'm just reluctant to drive him too hard early. That was all.
And he's still giving you the promise that you're hoping for?
He's a pretty strong horse, and I think he could go to the top grade, but he needs to get more seasoned. Yeah.
What's the plan from here?
Just take it as it comes, and maybe we'll try one of the few remaining country cups that are left shortly.
This 10-year-old, great training performance. First up, gets the job done.
Yeah, he works really nice at home, and just didn't race any good last time in for us. He just seemed to not really try at the races, and back to a stand tonight. We'd only had him in mobiles, and I think he really appreciated that. But he seems a bit better this time in, and he's much nicer to do stuff with. And hopefully the stands, might be his go a little bit.
Well, his record suggests that. He'd won 7 of 16 prior to that. That was 8 from 17 now. So looking at that record overall, considering he's won 8 races overall. So the stand might be his go.
Yeah, well, I was watching some of his replays today in the stands, and he didn't have any trouble handling Tornado Valley in them. He just went straight past him every time. And quite interesting when you see something like that. And but like I said, he works like he can run, and just had been disappointing prior to tonight. Like, he was entitled to win because he got it very easy early and the stand as well. But the last 1200 was good, and got to the line good and had a little bit left. So hopefully he can pick up a few more.
Big lump of a horse.
Giant, yeah, and generally not super nice to do stuff with, but this time in he's been nicer. He's got a few quirks. He's scared of his own shadow, and he's hard to catch, and doesn't like going on the float, and all those little
Sundon, the Sundon.
Exactly, Rob. But I have been whinging to Andy, why did you buy a Sundon for? But he put it all together tonight, and it's good for the owner, and hopefully it gives him some confidence going forward.
Well done to you. Well done to Tony. A big credit for him. He certainly, obviously, has put in a bit of work behind this horse, and great win tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Robbie. Pretty special, that win. He's had things pretty tough, Tone. Not just the last sort of couple of years, but his whole life. And he's been fighting on, and he said if he won a race in town, then he could die a happy man. So good on you, Tone. That one's special.
Your relationship with Tony obviously goes back.
Yeah, just always sort of knew Tone locally, and obviously become closer family friends through the whole sort of family's friends with him. So he's been battling some pretty tough things. You think life's hard, and you put yourself in Tony's shoes, and it's not so bad. So for him to still get out of bed every day and work like he does, and put the effort into these horses like he does, and it's just great to get a bit of reward. And Paddy picked him out, and sort of the old family at home are right behind Tony and give him a hand whenever he needs it, and he's the same with us. So it's very special.
Have a few little scares. I'm not sure whether she went to sleep, whether the other horse went past and then wanted to stop. Only you can tell me.
Actually, Jeff was probably going to beat me, and his horse pricked its ears just before the line and let me get back in front. So that was nice of it.
That was very kind. Yeah, I thought that might have happened, but well done to this girl. Look, she's come a long way, hasn't she? She's been certainly progressing through the grades and taking on better company. And I know when we spoke last week, you mentioned that you felt that the short course was certainly maybe her preferred option, and as she's getting a bit older, she'll get a bit stronger and will run out these middle distance even stronger, and she's been able to do a good job tonight.
Yeah, she has. She had a fairly easy lead. She got a little bit keen. Probably over-raced a little bit in front, but still did it quite comfortably. And she went 26-3 last quarter and managed to hang on. And so it's still a good run in the circumstance, going by the times. And she packed up off last week too. So second up, she might have just been a little bit flat in the longer distance, but she certainly still did a good job.
Not sure when you go to the races with a horse of this nature, Glenn. How do you? What's your thought process? You just say, well, we'll just see how we go and hope for the best.
Well, he always runs the same race every week, same times. I think if you looked at his race last week, looking at times, other than the winner, he ran the fastest sectionals back in the field. He ran last, I think. So tonight we put him in a bit cheaper and got a bit closer to the front of the field, and it paid off. That
seems to be his go, where he's sort of up there doing a bit of battle. He likes a bit of a dog fight and takes a bit of driving, and you had to urge him a long way out, but he just keeps responding. And horses enjoy that. Some horses enjoy that. That's their style of racing, and that's his style of racing. And I know sometimes, there's always a little bit of criticism towards, how I suppose, you're active on the horse. But that's how some horses need to be driven, and that's how they race best.
Oh, spot on, Rob. You know, he's the type of horse that he's never on the bit and he's never travelling.
Now he's got his leg. Now he's got his leg caught on the hobble. Make sure.
He's a type of horse that just keeps driving. The more you drive him, he loves to respond to it, and certainly does respond to it. But he's not blues tired than the horse is, like I am. But if you keep driving him, he keeps giving, and if he's up the front of the field, he finishes normally towards the front. If he's down the back, he finishes down the back. So that's him.